Reklaw 2022 Dust Bowl, Year of the Dust. It definitely was a dirty, windy event this year. Every year, I guess, has its own elements that they battle. Last year, it was fairly nice, a little warmer, I would say. This year was the wind and the dust. The year before that, I want to say it was rain. This is only my second year going. I'm newer to Texas, so this was something we found here in Texas that we will never want to live without. And if for some reason they cancel it, we will cry and be very disappointed. I want to make this video because a lot of people don't know anything about Reklaw. I see a lot of questions on Facebook. What is Reklaw? Where is it? When is it? What can you do? What can't you do? So basically, I had my son get on the quad and go do this one continuous video. I think it's about 9 minutes long. And I told him, go and show everything. Even though this was Saturday afternoon, a lot of people had left because the forecast was bad. The wind was only going to get worse. Friday, which typically is the day everybody gets there, that kind of ended up being the hot day where everybody was doing, not the hot physically, but the day where everybody was doing stuff. We had P-51 Mustang and the Texan and all that stuff flying pretty much both days, but Friday was really, really fun. As you can see, there's lots of different types of aircraft here and some helicopters. There was a bunch of helicopters over there. Like, again, people left because it was going to only get windier. Friday night, this was all full. So there was camps. People sleep in their tents, in their campers. You see here this 172 or whatever that is, that there is a tent under. A lot of them look like that throughout the week. Reklaw. Yeah, sorry for delaying in my voice over here. I didn't really come up with a script. I'm just kind of winging this. But Reklaw is a 3-day event that happens at the end of October every year. This year, I believe it was the 20th. It's a fly-in, but as you can see, you can bring your RVs, and literally, it's pretty much whatever you think you can do to have fun, you can do it. Bring your airplanes with tents and RVs and quads. We brought our quads, UTVs. It's very safe, fun. You don't have to worry about anything getting stolen. People are just great. Obviously the aviation community is just such a tight, awesome community that I'm so happy to be part of it myself. As you see here, again, this was all filled up the day before. You see all the dust coming from these vehicles here. It was really dusty. Reklaw has a lot. There's a lot of naysayers with Reklaw. A lot of people say, it's unsafe, or they won't ever go to it because they're worried about safety and just all the negative things you could think of about a fly-in. And I will tell you, I've been there 2 years now, and I have not seen any incidents. The last one I know of was a helicopter hit actually those trees that are up to the right there. And it didn't crash or anything. He just came down and landed. I think the tree actually hit somebody on the ground or something, but they were okay. I don't think there's been any really bad accidents out there. I know there's been a couple ultralights and things like that, but there's other air shows that you hear of stuff happening in Oshkosh and all that stuff, and it's way, way tighter security and everything there. As you can see here, people are just hanging out. This is a party. It's a fly-in / social gathering / party, and there is no schedule. So if you come to Reklaw, don't think that they're going to hand you a piece of paper that says at 2 o'clock, so-and-so is going to happen. At 4 o'clock, this and that. Nothing like that is scheduled. The only thing that's scheduled is the food in the hangar if you don't have your own food, and they schedule a band on Saturday night. Always really awesome stuff. Really fun time. As you can see, we're 4 minutes into the video, and you can see there's just hundreds of people, and it's just such a fun time. And the amount of flybys and stuff that happens. If you're watching this video on my YouTube channel, go to the video before this. That'll be a ton of flyby videos. Like I said, everything you can think of. Even airplanes you think just shouldn't be here at Reklaw, they're here. And here's the halfway point on the runway. This is a good place to be. This is where people come in. Now, at Reklaw, the runway it's called the Flying M Ranch. The runway, it does have a couple dips in it, but people who have been coming to it for years, they know how to navigate that. They know where to land and how to do it safely. There is a person in charge of, traffic and stuff, and he's just always keeping an eye over stuff. But there isn't like a tower. Nobody really, guiding traffic that way. You just kind of have to, be aware and pay attention and do things the safe way that we all know how to do. Yeah, I mean, Reklaw, gosh, what can I say about Reklaw? I mean, it's unless you have gone, you've never experienced anything like this. As a youngster, I went to Sun and Fun a few times, and I've done lots of little air shows and fly-ins, and nothing comes even remotely close to Reklaw in regards to the fun. And I don't want to say there's no rules. I don't want to make it sound like it's some place where everybody just goes to be crazy, because it's not that at all. You definitely can't just go willy-nilly, but you are going to be right next to airplanes taxiing and doing all that stuff and flybys, and people are going to be running across the runway when there's things going on. And as you can see, quads everywhere and people everywhere. And this is the end of the runway here that he is almost to. And again, the only reason I'm talking over this video is because my son, he actually decided to talk crap about me while he was driving the quad around because I had him do this. So yeah, so go Jonah. Thank you, buddy. Anyways, you can see there's kind of like some gangs that group up here. You have like the tail dragger guys, and people kind of get together, and you'll see here pretty soon we have like the Sea Ray gang. Now obviously they're not really gangs, but these groups, they come in together, and it's just, man, I don't even know what to say on this video. It's such an amazing time. If you haven't been, please come. There are some, unspoken rules and stuff. Like this year, we couldn't do fires, obviously, because look at the ground. I mean, it would have just caught fire. We did have propane pit, which was authorized by the owner. But, it was very safe. There was water around. Everybody, this is a group of aviators. We can safely fly airplanes. Here's the Sea Rays. We can manage a fire, One thing, it does get kind of crazy at nighttime sometimes, not fighting or anything like that. Just the volume can get kind of loud, and the chants can get kind of loud. Man, I just can't think. I don't know what else to say about Reklaw. It's just such an amazing place. It really is a life-changing type fly-in. I can assure you, anybody who goes to Reklaw is going to leave there wanting to be a pilot if they are not a pilot already. At a minimum, it's a core memory for kids, or actually anybody. And I have my 2 sons here this year, and we had a total of 4 kids in our camp, and I'll continue to bring them and any other kid that wants to go. I think it's amazing. If you're a naysayer of Reklaw, I get it. I understand it, if you've been here and you feel it's unsafe, I get that. But just look at the record, As pilots, we're always trying to be as safe as possible, and it shows with Reklaw. I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, you can't make everybody happy. Here's our camp here, by the way. My RV's way back deep in the woods there. There's my buddy Adam. What's up, buddy? And anyways, this video is almost over. Oh my gosh, I only have 20 seconds left. So again, sorry I had to do a voiceover on this one. You can thank my son for talking junk. There's a flyby. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave the questions in the comments and I will gladly answer them. I'm not the authority, but I know enough. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a good day.